Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all had a fantastic 3-day weekend. So today's session was pretty quiet. The Qs made an intraday high and all-time high, if you will, of 382.78. The Dow, let me just show you here what I'm looking at. So the Dow, sold off at the open, bounced ever so slightly here to the 352 area high. And then the Qs, as I mentioned earlier, made an intraday high of 382.78. And the SPY, okay, as soon as the open, we faded towards the low of 450.74, which our target was 450 spot even. All right. And then we started bouncing up, but we held the 200-day simple moving average as resistance, and now we can't seem to break above it. We're still trading below it, and so this interpretation here on the intraday time frames, they do fall in line with what we are looking for. Okay, and what is that? We're looking for a bit more upside consolidation, okay, a pullback which is healthy based on the rally that we saw from August the 19th low. Okay, and so once that pullback is complete, which we'll review shortly, there is a good opportunity for an upside trade. But always keep this in mind, guys. I brought this chart out to you guys, I think it was last week. I can't remember the date exactly, but what it is that this is considering that we are nearing a top in the markets. Okay, we are nearing the primary degree wave 1. Okay, and so based on this trend line that was sourced from September the 3rd high, and based from the right here the September 21st low, okay, we see that this is a contracting or wedge, right? And so price action is hitting resistance, or is nearing the resistance, or the top of the trend line, the bottom of the trend line, if you will, of the top trend line. And so we confirmed this here once we hit resistance and sold off, and we haven't since then retested it, but we've retested the bottom here once, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Okay, and so what I'm looking for is perhaps a touch here, anywhere between these 3 fib levels. As you can see here, the 3 fib levels are from the highest time frames. All right, the minor degree, intermediate, and the primary. Okay, if we find those resistance, so what I'm calling this here as a cluster, okay, a cluster of fib levels, and so that comes in confluence with the trend line. So the 618, which is for the smaller degree in the orange count, okay, we can clearly see that off the wave 4 low in the minor degree, we went up in 1, down in 2, 5 waves up to the wave 3, ABC pullback into the wave 4, and now we're making a smaller wave 5. All right, and so if we are to hold resistance here, this is the levels that you must keep on watch, guys, coming into this weekend, the next, or for all of September. We may see a blow off top, who knows, or a relatively minor pullback, and then we go. But these are the levels, all right? 392.34, 386.26, and 380.16. Although 380.16, we've already surpassed it, but our next levels are 386.26 and 392, all right? And obviously the trend line. So these are really critical ideas that I and Trending Waves, our group, have in back of our mind. So keep this in your back pocket, and you guys should be good to go. So let's just review what we are looking for in our preferred count. Okay, we're still looking for more price action, which is on both counts, right? But this one is considering a larger third wave, okay, in the orange degree. So off the 19th of July low, all right, which was the wave 2 low of the 23.6% retracement, we went up in 1. Then actually, let's take a look at the 30-minute time frame. I have them labeled here. There you go. 1, 2. We completed wave 3, and now we're looking for a brief pullback into the wave 4. So down in A, up in B, down in C. Okay, so what are these levels looking into for the Qs? All right, so today's high was 382.78. Okay, so that knocked out the previous high here of 372.70. Okay, so by 8 points there. Excuse me. We then sold off 3 waves, right? A, B, C, then 3 waves up, 1, 2, and 3. To the wave B, right, which came in between the 78.6 and the 1272, and now we're looking for a pullback down into the wave C that should yield us anywhere a zone between the 100% and the 1618. Ideally the 1618, because that would be the 23.6% retracement of this overall wave 3 advance, which is common levels for a pullback in the wave 4 or in the wave 2. Okay, anything above that will be considered very shallow and very risky. Okay, so I don't want to see it. I want to see price action hit these zones here. So 377.18, 377.11. Okay, resistance will be at 383 and 381. All right, guys. So that's that for the Qs. Over to the SPY. The SPY is we're also looking for a brief pullback in the wave 2. So sourcing this wave count from the August 19th flow, we went up in 5 waves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 to complete wave 1 of this smaller degree. All right, we set a high, pull back in the wave A, broke a high into the wave B, but the 1272 held as resistance, as I always mention. And now we're looking for this expanding triangle to form 5 waves to the wave C or wave 2, which should come anywhere between the 23.6 and the 38.2. Now, let me change these colors because I always like to keep everything clear. All right, guys. So 1, 2, 3, perhaps we see a bit more of an upside in the wave 4 to hold resistance at 453.07 and 453.66 before we see the 5th wave go down to the 23.6% or the 38.2 or 38.2, which are 450 and 447. All right. Before I go any further, if you guys have any questions, please do leave a comment down in the comment section. I love to see your interaction. And before we go any further, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. We've already reached the 600 mark. I'm very happy. I'm very proud of everybody who has shown me support. Thank you so much, which gives me motivations to continue on pumping these videos out. So as a token of gratitude, I'm still keeping the Discord group open to the public. Anybody is an open house, come on in, join for free. The link to that Discord group will be pinned down in the comment section. Obviously, it's a 3-day thing. Come and join, take a look around. The markets are pretty crazy right now, and they're gonna get it better, so it's good to trade with a team. And you'll see how we navigate the markets using Elliott wave analysis for any chart that you want. Okay, we have it requested and it will be delivered to you immediately. All right, guys. We also do trades there, and so your trade alerts will be available for you also. Okay, so thank you so much again for your time, and thank you so much for subscribing. So over to the SMH, where we have a position on SMH. So August 19th low, we went up in 1. So now we're still looking for the wave B, the wave C completion. Okay, so 3 wave pullback into the wave A, 3 wave pullback up into the wave B, 78.6% retracement resistance. Okay, and now we're looking at 1, perhaps 2, 3, 4, and 5 to come lower. So our targets down for the wave C should come anywhere between the 23.6 and the 38.2. Ideally, the 100% extension would be 100% the length of wave A. Sometimes that comes as the wave C. So we should keep an eye out for those levels here. Overhead resistance will be 273 again, and the previous all-time high at 275.15. Okay, once this whole level is complete, we can then look for a possible add to our current positions, which is out to September 17th, I believe. Or we could roll it over to another week, but potentially the third wave will be the one that yields us the most out of the entire waves. Okay, so keep your eyes out for those levels, and keep your eyes out for those for that trade alert. So IWM is performing as expected. So off the August 19th low, 1, 2, ABC pullback into the wave 2 to come and find support at the 38.2 between the 23 and the 38.2. We then rallied in the 5 waves to the wave 1. We're pulling back ever so slightly in the wave 2. Now the wave 2, I took out I'm not counting the 23.6% retracement because we've already broke below it, but the 50% is most likely where we will see price action bounce from. Why do I say that? Because you can see here clearly, okay, clearly this is a level of support, and the 50% retracement is our level that will hold in confluence with all this area here, as you can clearly see by the blue box. So once we see an ABC pullback completion, then expect that IWM or small caps can continue on higher into the completion of the wave 3. So we'll be setting ourselves up for the wave 3rd of the 3rd, which are the most impulsive waves in the wave counts. All right, guys. So once again, thank you so much. I hope that the analysis is useful to you. Give me a thumbs up to the video, subscribe to the channel. Trending Waves is open to anybody who wants to come on in. The link will be pinned down in the comment section. Thank you so much for your time, and I shall see you bright and early tomorrow. Bye-bye.